Do you want to see me create a gorgeous finish that would cost hundreds of dollars per square foot if it were natural stone? Stay tuned and enjoy the video. All right guys, so what we're creating today is a beautiful marble using some chocolate deep browns and some golds. I actually ran a contest on our Facebook where they named this finish, and the winner was 1848 Gold Rush. So that's the name of this particular finish. So it gives a beautiful dark rich marble with some very subtle accents of gold. So guys, if you are looking at redoing or remodeling your kitchen and you think a dark rich design will work in your space, stay tuned and join us in this video and let me know what you think. Okay, our first color we're going to come in with and randomly pour on the surface is our Alumilite dark brown. Now I've tinted very opaque and I'm going to randomly pour it down, but I am going to keep just a little bit in my cup. Now we're going to come in with our Just Resin chestnut. The chestnut is gorgeous. It's got a hint of a metallic sheen. Make sure I'm getting enough so that product can go over the edge. Again, I'm gonna leave a little bit in my cup. Now I'm gonna bring in my squeegee. Guys, I love using squeegees. If you don't have a squeegee, you can definitely use your hand. You can use a bondo spreader. The reason I torch prior to me melding is I'm warming up my resin just a little bit, makes it much easier for me to meld. Now, this is a step that I want you guys to pay attention and not over meld. I want separation in my colors. I don't want to over meld so it looks like I basically just have one color on the surface. So guys, if you are new to our channel and you're not a subscriber, I would ask that you please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We're bringing in so many new followers with our smaller DIY art type projects. Then we take those art projects and we expand onto our larger surfaces, and I hope that you enjoy the content. Guys, let us know in the comments below. Okay, so I've warmed it up. Very important step, guys, is take that epoxy and push it over your edge. You need to do it now while your epoxy is fluid, because that's going to help the epoxy to continue to flow nicely. Okay, now honestly, look at this finish. It is absolutely gorgeous. You could literally stop here and this could be a finish all on its own. All right guys, so if this is your first time or you're new to resin or you've never even touched resin but you're ready to take the plunge, you've watched tons of videos and you just feel you need one more push, we do offer hands-on classes at our facilities right outside of San Antonio, Texas. We teach anyone from the very beginner who's never touched epoxy all the way up to seasoned contractors and pros. So check out our website, RK3Designs.com, or give us a call. We'll be more than happy to chat with you. All right, so now we're going to come in with a color that I've tweaked just a little bit, but I wanted to tone it down just a bit. So I added 1 to 2 drops of our Alumilite dark brown dye. That just warmed it up, kind of took away the real brightness, which I think is perfect for this finish. All right, now what we're gonna do is very lightly, we're gonna add some accents. Now we're not doing a lot of this. Guys, we don't want this to take over the piece. We just want it to add a little bit more design. And again, I'm gonna hit it very lightly, and I'm not even going to meld it completely. Now we're gonna come in and have fun. So this piece I actually developed for a customer, and they wanted a marble that had a lot of movement. So we're gonna be adding all kinds of veins throughout this piece. I love to bring a vein and kind of crisscross back over it, trying to avoid making my veins really arc. We don't want to do any U-turns. We want to make sure we go off the edge of our piece. And I kind of like how I skipped That's gonna give us a really neat look here in just a second when we do a little bit more work with those veins. I have very thin lines. I come back with some thicker lines. There's really no rhyme to reason. You can even kind of take your stick, lay it flat, and kind of get some neat shaped veins as well. This is very similar to how we do our soapstone. And it's also very important, guys, that you step back as you're creating to see how your design is kind of taking shape. Another thing I like to do is come in and sometimes where you have maybe a hard V, I'll add a little bit of product and I'll just kind of chop that area right there. I don't do that a lot. I don't want that to be the main focus, but I will do it very random on my piece. This is where you get to have fun, not worrying about making sure everything's perfect. All right, I think we're gonna be good right there. Now this is my Color Passion Old Gold. It's a powder, it's a little brighter. You can see that there's a little bit of a contrast, and that's exactly what I'm going for. Now I'm not gonna go over every single one of my veins, but I am going to add bold lines. Some are gonna be thin lines. And then you can also just randomly add some more of those lines around. Very, very thin lines I love because they'll kind of sink and they'll almost look like little tiny fracture lines. And by going super thin, it's not gonna take over your pattern. So very, very thin lines, because my epoxy is still so fluid, those little tiny, tiny fracture lines are gonna sink and just give ever so lightly element to our design. Now I'm gonna take my bondo spreader and gonna create some really cool looking veins. So people ask often, why epoxy? Why should I choose epoxy? As you can see, you can learn very easily how to create exotic stone that cost hundreds of dollars per square foot. Many times that's kind of not feasible to spend that kind of money when you're wanting to redecorate a space. So with our hands-on classes, guys, and all of our free tutorials, we can teach you guys how to recreate over and over again these really high-end looks for a fraction of the cost of what real stone would cost you. Also, we can teach you how to create a look that's custom to your home. If you want to pull certain colors into your space, epoxy is such a good way to be able to do that. And the thing is that the epoxy is so incredibly durable, heat resistant, scratch resistant. And what's really cool is after a few years, if I decide to change the look or it perhaps gets damaged, it is incredibly easy to redo and repair. So guys, with the art coat, you have so much open time. You don't have to worry about hurrying and creating your design. I love the fact that I can work on this for a good hour and still be able to manipulate. Now, I do like to tilt. If you're doing an on-site pour or you're doing something that you cannot tilt, that's okay. You'll still get an amazing look. Tilting, all that does is just move it enough to get kind of an organic look with your veins. All right, so the last thing I'm gonna do is hit it with a little bit of alcohol. This is 91% isopropyl alcohol, and I've kind of learned a new little trick. If you'll take your bottle and you'll hold it up straight and you'll spray and come down, you'll get a very fine mist, and you can kind of control where it goes a little easier than shooting it across the surface. I'm not squeezing the trigger very hard because I want about medium size drips to come out. So you can see by applying the isopropyl over the surface what cool designs it does in the epoxy. I absolutely love this. It'll create very organic movement. You want to be careful, don't use too much. You can always add more, you can't take it away. Okay guys, this obviously could be a finish all on its own, but you guys know me well enough to know that I'm actually going to take it to the next step. So I talked to you about leaving a little extra material in your cups, and this is why, y'all. I'm going to do a really cool little miniature dirty pour. Okay, so by leaving extra material in my cups, I've created a little cup of dirty pour. And what a dirty pour is all my colors dumped in to one cup, and let's see what we can create. Let me know, guys, if you would do this, or would you have stopped where I stopped the first time? All right, I'm gonna come down. I'm actually gonna kind of bring this vein down. Oh my gosh, that is so pretty. Let's see. I think I'll kind of come back here. Oh, now we got some chocolate. All right, so now this is a good lesson for you guys. In my cup, the last color was a dark brown. So when I came and I poured my dirty pour, the last color I had was really just dark brown. So I'm just gonna add a few more colors to mimic the dirty pour that I just did. Give it a little bit more character. All right, oh my gosh, look at that. That is so pretty. That is gorgeous. I am gonna tilt it just a little bit just to get it to kind of move. Now remember, anytime that you put more resin on top of the surface, it's going to try to self-level. So that is going to spread out. So just prepare yourself and understand that you will have widening of that vein. I'm going to move this vein just a little bit, make it look a little more like my dirty pour. Wow, I love that. That is gorgeous. All right, now guys, I'm going to bring out all the stops. This is a new product that we are carrying on our website. It is called Fusion Spray. What it is, it's not a spray paint. It's actually mica powders that are suspended in an aerosol carrier. I love it. It is so much fun to play with. So I'm just going to kind of come down both edges of that vein. Now what's really cool about this is you can add and just hit it with alcohol. But what I'm gonna do is come back in with my bondo spreader and I'm gonna kind of meld that into the vein. Oh my gosh, look at this. You talk about add some amazing designs. I'm just taking that bondo spreader and I'm lightly, almost kind of skimming it over the top. Look at the designs that you can create. That is incredible. Now I'm not pushing hard with my bondo spreader at all. I'm just almost kind of skimming over the top. That mica powder really does work well with the alcohol. And I'm only gonna go over where I sprayed. That is so cool. Allow that. Now, honestly, guys, that is incredible. I'm almost considering spraying the whole top with the Fusion and seeing what'll happen. Guys, let me know in the comments below, what would you do? Would you stop right here and just leave the black Fusion spray on this big dirty pour vein? Or would you go over the entire thing? I think what I'll do is very, very, very lightly go over the entire surface and just see what happens. Again, I would love to hear your opinion. This really turns this marble into a cool looking granite, just about. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love that, y'all. Wow. Let me know what you think, guys. I think it's incredible. All right, we're gonna let this sit. We're done. I'm gonna take my gloves off and we'll give you guys a final flyover after it's set up for about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes. That way you know what it looks like after it's moved. All right, guys, what do you think? Holy cow, I think this is absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of a mix between a rainforest granite and a soapstone. I absolutely love it. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Guys, we sell a full line of Stone Coat countertop epoxy, just resin, Color Passion colorants, and a full line of specialty mica powders. Check out our website, RK3Designs.com. We offer free shipping on all orders over $100, and we do same-day shipping if you order before noon Central Time. Guys, if you are not a subscriber to our channel, I ask that you will please subscribe. We're almost at 100,000. Give us a thumbs up. Hit the bell. That way you guys will know every time we either post a video or we go live every Tuesday night. And remember, until next time, don't be scared. Move forward and be creative.